Hi everyone, this is Eliza. Welcome back to Eliza's Bookshelf, or welcome if you're new. Today I am going to go over all the books that I plan to read in December during our backlist bookathon. So I initially tried to find like 4 or 5 books that will, cover all of the prompts, but I couldn't, and I just started adding more and more books to the pile. And now I have like 11 books, so let's see if I'll actually read them all. But this is the list of books that I want to read if I want to do like a full blackout of the board, which I do. I'm gonna leave some books over here because you guys can help me choose which book that I can read to match the one that begins with the first letter of my name. So yes, let's get started. I'll go over each book and talk about which prompt it may cross off. And who knows, maybe I don't really need to read all 10 or 11 of these, but all right, so the first one on my pile right here, so this is like no particular order, I just like lumped them all over here. I have A Reaper at the Gates and A Sky Beyond the Storm. This is book 3 and 4 in Sabah Tahir's what is it called? This is like the last 2 in our series. This would cover next in series and last in series, and this would help me complete the whole series because I've been stuck on book 3 the whole time. So these 2 books I want to get to. That would probably cover my BIPOC author too, and favorite genre. Next one is Out. This would cover BIPOC author as well. Cover by, probably. A lot of these are cover bys anyway, so I'm not worried about that one. It would cover Face on the Cover, and involves murder, and I think that's about it. Okay, so Out by Natsuo Kirino. Oh my god, this is so bad. I took Japanese in high school as well, and I'm so bad at pronouncing it still. Anyway, so this is Out. This is about like the underbelly of Japanese society. Basically, this woman, you learn about her life and her pressures as a woman in that society and what drove her to basically kill her husband or murder her husband. And then also she goes to her friends and she's like, hey, help me hide this body. And so that's really interesting. It's very small font, so I think it's actually a pretty long book. But yes, that's my other one. This one I'm pretty excited about. It's called Wires and Nerve by Marissa Mayer, and it's part of the Lunar Chronicles series. And this is the graphic novel one. This will be a favorite author, graphic novel, favorite genre as well. I think that's about it, but I mainly picked this for the graphic novel prompt. I have the second volume as well, and that one's very chunky compared to this one, so this is relatively short. But it basically follows Eco, which is the android with a heart of mechanized gold. I'm so excited for this one. If you guys don't know, I love the Lunar Chronicles. I don't talk about it as much as like, Throne of Glass or ACOTAR and stuff like that, but I really liked it. I think I may even want to do a reread eventually. Fairy Loot is going to do like a special edition of the set next year in January, and I really want to buy it, but I think it's like over $100 and I've been spending so much, but what's another few hundred, right? Anyway, so yes, I want to read this one. Next is Strange the Dreamer. I am going to read this for the buddy read. We're all reading this together. You can still let us know if you want to read it with us. Strange the Dreamer also meets my prompt for a book you know nothing about. Friend recommended because it was recommended a long time ago to me, so I definitely just went out and bought the 2 books and never read it. What else? I think that's it. So yes, Strange the Dreamer. I don't know anything about it. I'm going to go into it blind, but I mean, it's been loved so much in the Bookstagram world, and people keep making things for it in, subscription boxes. Sam recently got a blanket for it, so that's like perfect timing. Yes, that is one. This one, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire. Who knows what prompt this is going to fill. I think this is actually indie published, because I tried to order it from Barnes & Noble's one time and they're like, nope, we don't have it. We have to order it. I think this is indie published. So yes, I might read this one, or I might read the 3rd one in this series. It's actually a reread for me, but it still counts. It's still a backlist book. Oh gosh, and this one, The Way of Kings. This meets a lot of prompts for me. It's one of my favorite authors. It's a very intimidating book for me, and it's actually the highest rated. I went on my Goodreads want to read list, and I just reordered it from the highest rated down to the lowest, and this one was on the top. But anyways, this is intimidating book, highest rated, favorite author. What else? It has some multiple point of views. Let's see. What else? Oh, booktuber favorite. I follow Elliot Brooks on YouTube like for years, like before I even had a booktube channel, and she talks about this series all the time. Previous TBR, this has been on my TBR for like months, so that is going to meet that prompt. I'm excited to finally finish this one, actually. Last few books. Okay, so I want to read The Four Winds. I don't know which prompt this is going to fulfill, actually. Friend recommended, maybe? Because my friend, we are reading this together. Actually don't know what prompt this is going to fulfill, but I have to read it because I need to meet my book of the month goal for the Shelf Slayer badge. So I'll just leave that over here. This one, The Wonder, I'm going to use this as the one word in the title. I'm just going to forget the is right there. It's also been on my shelf the longest if I'm talking about book of the month shelf, because this is one of my first book of the month picks ever. And so, let's see. Yes, 2016. So it's been on my TBR for 6 years now. So yes, I'm going to count this as that. Oh, this is also fits the adapted to screen. That's also the other reason why I wanted to read this book sooner, because I saw a trailer on Netflix for this movie. I actually didn't even know that it was going to be a movie, and Florence Pugh was going to be like one of the stars in there. She's one of my favorite actresses. So yes, I'm excited to read this one. I actually don't know what this is about either, so I'm going into it blindly. It's going to be one of those like book you know nothing about, which I guess I have a lot of those. And the other two prompts are the two that I had the hardest time with. There is the one that is a book published before 2000. And I definitely wanted to look for books that's on my shelves already. I didn't want to buy more books because I've been just out of control. And so I just Googled like books published before 2000, like popular books, whatever. And I just went to see which books I had on that list. And it was either Harry Potter or The Viscount Who Loved Me. This is cheating a little bit because technically it's not like before 2000, it's just right on 2000, but I'm still going to count it because I don't really want to read Harry Potter. So yes, I picked The Viscount Who Loved Me. I watched this on Netflix and I really liked it. I don't know, I think I even liked it better than season 1, The Duke and I have the whole series in the mass market paperback forms, but I just haven't read it, so I really want to get to it. And the last prompt, if you guys want to help me pick, it was kind of hard because I was looking at my shelves to see which book I had that started with the letter E, the first letter of my name. And I only had these 3 that I haven't read yet. So I pulled it. I guess I'll just see which one I want to read in December. Like, you know, I'm a big mood reader, so I'll just figure it out. I think I'm leaning more towards Emma in the Night because it sounds freaky. This is a YA contemporary, I believe. And then this is a science fiction, which I told my husband that I would read for the longest time, for years. I was going to pick it up again this year, but I just never got to it. So I put that on the list. So go ahead and let me know which one you think I should read first. This one is about a guy who's like handpicked or something, and he goes into training in the Space Academy to try and fight evil. I don't know who they're fighting, actually. Fighting some bad guys, but he's in training. This is also adapted into a movie, and the reason why I keep wanting to read this is because I want to watch the movie too. My husband said he read it, and well, my husband read it and watched it, and he liked both, so that's why I want to do that. So Eliza and Her Monsters. I definitely bought this years ago when I was in my YA contemporary kick, and my name is on the cover, so that's why I bought it. But it's basically about this girl named Eliza who writes stories and stuff like that, and something happens. Her secret is like being threatened to be released into the world, and it's going to ruin her relationship with people and her sanity. I don't know, everything falls apart. So yeah, there's that one. This one I think might be the top contender for the book with the letter of your first name, Emma in the Night. It is a mystery thriller book that I got in Book of the Month years ago as well. Let's see how old this one is. This is 2017, so not as old as The Wonder, but I just never read this one. I don't know why. It sounds crazy. I read the synopsis again recently. It's about these 2 sisters. Ugh, look how creepy this is. It's about these 2 sisters who disappear, and then like no one knows what happens to them. And then years later, one of the sisters, just one of them, comes back and she's like, this is what happened. But there's like weird holes in her story, so they're questioning what exactly really happened. And then you delve more into the family, the mom, and it turns out to be a very dysfunctional family. And so I'm wondering what actually happened. I think there's the 2 sisters is Cass and then the older sister Emma. And I think Cass is the one who comes back and Emma is still missing in the night. But yes, I am excited to get into hopefully all of these books, but I know like I only read 10-ish books a month, like at most I think. Sometimes I read more, but that's very rare. And here I have like a list of 10, 11, 12 books. So I don't know if I'm actually going to get that blackout, but I definitely will try. Let me know in the comments which book you think I should read with the letter E, Emma in the Night, Ender's Game, or Eliza and Her Monsters. I hope you guys enjoyed my TBR for the Backlist Bookathon, and let us know if you are joining us for the month. Thank you again for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.